Hello and welcome to another video. So today we're taking a look at a ShadowCraft deck. This is a Hades Path to Purgatory based deck, so that is the idea that we're running for. So hopefully that can be pulled off at least once for this video. I find it's quite difficult to get this to go off as consistently as I'd like in rotation. That's mostly due to the fact that Phantasmal Core takes up early turns, which get obviously crushed by any current meta decks from Forest, Blood, or of course Haven. Even running these decent counters, they only do so much. So we're going to get right into this and check it out. So we've got two games, both against Sword, one good game and one semi-bad game. So we're covering the good game first. So looking for our early hand, looking for some early game drops. Spectral Cascade is actually pretty insane. I quite enjoyed using that card. But looking for more early game drops is important. You want to kind of tempo out quite well up to at least turn 6. Especially against most of these decks, since they can be quite aggressive and they'll keep pushing you over and over again, really making it hard for you to make a comeback. So, Manifest Malice. Not a bad way to take out those two drops early on. Omen play, not too dangerous yet. Decided to go for the Soulsteal. It's reasonably solid removal, and allowed me just to get rid of that without any worry or risk. And then they of course play the Bane, so now I've got to deal with that one as well. At least Bone Drone here is fairly decent as far as it goes to remove this. And we are just generating some more shadows at this point. But as I mentioned, it's really just a matter of being able to tempo out the board and try and get some lucky draws, since there's not some crazy amount of draw power in the deck. I definitely get the feeling that there could be some better versions of this deck out there that I've just completely missed, but for now, this is what I've got, so I thought, why not go with it? I'm sure there are definitely some unlimited variations that could be quite epic. That's a turn 4 play, well, turn 6 play, but 4 drop, sorry. Decent removal. I actually quite like that, it's a really good removal amulet. Because it can both generate you shadows and take out opponents' cards without actually having to take out your own. So I decided to go for the Assembling Droid Clear. And just throwing the Grimair for damage. So we could at least get that 3 damage to face, because we're going to need to get some of that damage in, or we're probably going to get absolutely crushed. So we got a 50-50 on clearing the 10 drop there easily. The Angelic Smite is good, but it takes up a lot of my turn, which is a little bit of a disadvantage. The only real bonus here is that playing this way, I should be able to go to 30 shadows next turn.
This is our last push.
So add the Warrior Wing. Playing those out again. We set up our path and we get an actual follower, and we're just over 32. So typically I have found when you do this, you can quite easily get up to 32 if you've set up at least one of those shadow amulets, plus you play your 9 drop there. You can actually quite easily jump. Now it's not going to be easy for our opponent to win this. Twilight Blade is good, but we're so close to winning now, and that draw there has secured us game. So we actually have 13 damage total at the minimum there, which is definitely more than enough. So the reason we chose one good game and one bad game is because it was very hard to get any kind of decent matchup with this deck. I think it is just current meta and current refinement is really stripping down on what the Path to Purgatory could possibly do. I'm hoping that as things go on, and maybe when we see mini expansion, we'll see a shift and hopefully it will become a little bit better again. So this time around, we're actually starting off with probably a pretty ideal hand as it goes. I don't really have any turn 2 play other than Warring Thunder though. But at least with our opponent not really playing anything, we do get the solid early game. There really isn't a lot to this game, it's mainly that we just got to dominate the board, which was quite important. So getting double amulets out, soul conversioning for extra draw to try and set us up, and things like that, which actually do fairly well. Because we've got the Hades in hand already for turn 6, we just need to manage a decent turn 5. Which shouldn't be too difficult. We even got the Spectral Cascade, which should benefit pretty heavily. But our opponent's done a pretty nice job. I mean, they're going to get us down to 7 health now, which is a little risky. Now, I can't risk playing Hades yet, but we can use this Mechasaur to both clear out some of these amulets with the Evo, and of course, double wipe this. Which ended in the immediate concede once I cleared those out. They obviously realized, hey, I'm pretty screwed if I can't get any more storms, so that did end that one. So while a very interesting deck, it's definitely not the most powerful. It does definitely lack any kind of decent aggression and being able to sustain itself early game. It really does just peter out after that. But if you can get into that late game where you can hit some of your big drops, usually you'll do fairly well at clearing things out, and that's what's most important. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe. You'll find the deck list in the description below. Until next time guys, see ya.